Gold FM is #1 here in Sigatoka.
Gold FM is our favorite radio station here in Lautoka.
Gold FM is #1 in Nel.
I love listening to Gold FM in Ba.
We love listening to Gold FM on the classic hits here in Suva.
Hear about bottled cola, you immediately think of gold. I'm Josephine Sabi and I love hearing Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
In this bulletin, floating health services for villages in Laos. Chicken broiler sheds under the spotlight again for foul smell. And People's Democratic Party owns up to mistake. Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama this morning launched 2 new initiatives to dramatically boost the country's ability to provide healthcare to thousands of Fijians living in remote maritime communities. The first is the commissioning of a new vessel, the MD Robin, to service the outlying islands in the Loma Loma medical subdivision of Laos. The second is Project Sea Mercy, designed to provide roving healthcare from 2 large vessels traveling between the islands of the Laos Group. Apisolome Doka was at the launch this morning.
Today marks the beginning of a new era in Fiji's ability to provide health services to Fijians in the outer islands. These 2 catamarans will travel throughout the Laos Group with a team of medical professionals conducting health clinics.
I'm very excited about this project and its potential to deliver better health outcomes for ordinary people. A team of international volunteers has been assembled to work with personnel from the Ministry of Health on board the Sea Mercy vessels. And when they anchor at a particular island, they will of course bring with them an unprecedented capacity to deal with a range of medical and dental complaints.
Very excited about working with the Health Ministry to deliver the free and consistent health care to the remote islands via our fleet of floating healthcare clinics, growing fleet there. We both know it's not an easy task. We've wrestled with that in different ways on how to provide that. To provide the medical, the dental, the eye care services to those in need.
Bainimarama says the ability to deliver proper standards of health care to ordinary people is a continuing challenge even in the most advanced countries.
Nations like the United States, Britain and Australia are facing unprecedented pressure on their own healthcare systems as more people live longer and demand better care. So it is only natural that we face an even bigger challenge in a developing country like Fiji, where the gap between the demand for health services and our ability to supply them is often stretched to the limit.
The catamarans will be respectively based in Loma Loma in Vonombalabu and Tumbo in Lakemba, delivering general health care services to the people of Laos. Apisolome Doka, FBC News.
Anandi Poultry Business is again a centre of controversy. Tho Fiji Limited, operating out of Udiwai, has chicken broiler sheds located in a residential area, creating what residents say is a disgusting odour. Christopher Chand reports.
Last year, concerns were raised by residents about the impact these chicken sheds would have on their lives. Now they have to live with the foul smell on a daily basis.
If I make a ratio from 1 to 10, it's over 10. It's like 10 plus, so it's unbearable.
Rendezvous Fiji is located about 500 meters from the farm. The bad odor is affecting their business and could turn away tourists.
We've been here for more than 15 years, and since this has come along to Fiji, it's brought us a lot of damage. And this, with the smell, is not something, the foul smell, it really is going to affect us.
When this Toa Fiji has been, the stink is so bad smell. It smells very strong, so it's very hard. So even when we come here, the guests start to ask us, so we feel ashamed to tell.
Toa Fiji Limited did not want to give us an on-camera interview. The company admits there is some smell, but not to the extreme as being claimed. Director Sam Chandra says, like any other development, there is some associated pollution.
From now, beginning of this month, it smells very strong. So I think it can affect our health as well.
Complaints have been made to authorities, however it has fallen on deaf ears. The backpacker resort is now considering taking legal action. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
The People's Democratic Party has admitted they blundered yesterday when commenting on the new amendments to the political party's decree. PDP General Secretary Aman Singh has taken full responsibility for the mistake. Christopher Chand reports.
According to the PDP, the amendments are not accessible and they have not been able to keep up with all the changes.
Now that we have been made aware of these amendments, we obviously are in a better position and we do understand.
The Attorney General explained that the changes were made to cover political officials who have been appointed after their parties were registered.
And we thought in goodwill that they would also declare their assets and liabilities. Obviously, officials in NFP, in PDP, have failed to declare those assets and liabilities.
The PDP says they have nothing to hide and will meet the new requirements.
Have nothing to conceal. In fact, we truly live by the principles of accountability and transparency. So we have nothing to conceal. We are happy. There is in fact no pressure. I'm in fact smiling about it because I look forward to putting forward whatever we need to declare, assets including liabilities.
Under the new changes, political party officials for the National Federation Party and the PDP will have to make their declarations by July 30th. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
The Fiji First political party begins its election campaign next week. Party General Secretary Aya Said Kayum has confirmed that party leader Vorenge Frank Bainimarama will head the campaigning. In the meantime, Said Kayum says the party is still working to finalize its list of candidates.
We are still receiving many applications, and the candidates will be, of course, announced by the leader of the party, Prime Minister Bainimarama, and they'll be done, very soon.
A party pocket meeting was held earlier this week with the party leader at the head office in Suva to discuss campaign strategies. Party volunteer Benjamin Gyonimbaravi told FBC News they have over 2,000 volunteers to assist in the campaign. Still to come on FBC News, Maritime Safety Authority of Fiji enhances service delivery in Western Division.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Singapore.
I love Mirchi FM, it's so hot.
Deke me lala, kai me hi. Tangi tauwa me. Mirchi FM is hot. Here at Rugby Town, Singapore, love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Suva. It's hot.
Mirchi FM, bon julum.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. Sniffer dogs may become a common sight at Fiji's airports and in drug searches soon. This morning, the police force and the Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority signed an MOU to fight together against the increase in drug trafficking, and dogs are part of the solution. Savaira Tamboa has more.
6 sniffer dogs will be assisting in the detecting of drugs crossing our borders.
Due to the rise in drugs trafficking that are currently coming to our country, that's why we are working together with the FIRCA, likewise the New Zealand Police, in regards to our dog unit to be upgraded so that we can detect and arrest all those people who are coming to our country with these illicit drugs.
Officers will be specially trained in how to work with the dogs.
We will be sending across 3 police officers and 3 officers from the FIRCA to go and do training in regards to how to maintain and how to work with the dogs that have been already trained from New Zealand in terms of detecting these drugs that are coming to our countries.
The 2 organizations have acknowledged the assistance provided by New Zealand and hope that sniffer dogs will help reduce the amount of illegal drugs smuggled into the country. Savaira Tamboa, FBC News.
There are differing views on the impact of reducing the value-added tax as proposed by the National Federation Party. Both the Attorney General and Arif Ali of the Reserve Bank say it would have a negative impact, while on the other hand, FBC News spoke to 2 academics who believe it would have a positive impact on the consumption behaviour. Ritika Pratap reports.
The proposal to reduce VAT from 15% to 10% has received mixed reactions.
That is, ladies and gentlemen, a 33.33% cut in government revenue from VAT. We're talking approximately $280 to $290 million. CFO will confirm that. That's a massive cut. Obviously, that needs to be made up from somewhere. Are they going to increase corporate taxes? Are they going to increase personal taxes? Are they going to increase tariffs?
NFP leader Biman Prasad says the government has projected revenue of more than $770 million in VAT collection this year. He says the reduction of VAT to 10% will mean Fijians, especially the poor, will save more than $256 million.
We've already had a lot of political parties have come out and said of some of the changes they plan to make. So these are risks. Reduction of VAT 15 to 10%, that's fine. I mean, as central banks, we think that is a very good policy when you reduce VAT because that reduces inflation. But how do you make up of the $275 million will have an impact on the economy.
USP academic Dr. Nilesh Gander says decreasing VAT would not necessarily mean the revenue collection from VAT would also decrease.
When you reduce VAT, prices go down, real wages are going to increase or real income from labor is going to increase. And that should increase consumption, and which in turn will lead to an increase in the tax base.
Dr. Kashmir Makun of Fiji National University says the largest component of VAT is basic consumption, and reducing VAT may increase consumption of basic necessities. Dr. Makun says the immediate effect would be decline in revenue, but it would not be significant. This year so far, VAT collection is 40% of the total national revenue. At the end of May, the Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority surpassed the government forecast by $58.3 million. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Western seafarers will soon receive a boost in quality services at the newly opened Maritime Safety Authority's office at Port Denarau in Nadi, the first of many such offices planned for this year. Akasita Tale reports.
The Nadi-Denarau region is important to the maritime industry, and the government is committed to meeting the increasing demand and expectations of the industry with its new office at the port.
Our intention and commitment to you is to standardize MSAF officers in terms of look and feel, but also in terms of enhanced level of customer service. I'm sure you will agree that this new MSAF office is a step change from the containerized facility MSAF has occupied for a number of years at Denarau.
As the needs of the industry continue to change, we know the volume of traffic, passenger and vessel throughout this region is more combined than all other locations put together. So there is an immense need here.
The new office portrays the push to decentralize and improve government services.
It's everything that we need to decentralize to enable enhanced customer service. And by enhancing customer service, what the intent is to deliver enhanced maritime safety, security and protection of the marine environment.
Another MSAF office will be opened in Lautoka next week, while Sabu Sabu and Lambasa are next on the list for this year. Meanwhile, a new MSAF office is also projected to be opened in Taveuni in 2015. Akusita Talei, FBC News.
Pastry chefs from several hotels pitted their skills in a cake competition in Suva to commemorate America's Independence Day. Dozens of invited guests took part in celebrations at the U.S. Embassy in Suva yesterday afternoon. Savara Tambor reports.
The final touches been laid to a replica of the Statue of Liberty. This cake competition pulled together the best of the best in the pastry business in the hotel industry.
This year, for the second year in a row, it's gotten even more and more competitive, I think. If you can see the cakes today that are sitting on the table compared to last year's cakes. Last year I thought the cakes were absolutely amazing. And this year there's a cake of a saloon, of the Statue of Liberty. And so the restaurants and the hotels just went one step farther this year.
The embassy called on American hotels operating in the country to participate in the competition. For the creators of this piece, it was no easy task.
took us roughly 2 weeks to get onto the cake, make the cake, get planned for the board, go to the engineering guys, work with my chef. I will use these particular things and things like this. So I will say roughly 2 weeks.
Chetty picked up the runner-up award for the cake competition, while Hilton Resort scooped the first prize. U.S. Ambassador Frankie Reed said the celebration would not have been possible if it wasn't for the support from the U.S. companies.
Able to host large events such as this with the support of all of you here today. We also have outstanding support from U.S. businesses and companies in Fiji that do substantial business with the U.S. Thank you. This event is a great example of public-private partnerships.
Independence Day is traditionally celebrated on the 4th of July. This year, it is the 238th anniversary. Sabaira Tambua, FBC News.
That time again, and here's Jamie now with sports.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening. After the break, Fiji under-18 7-side target a gold medal finish at Youth Olympic Games, and Skipper Cup leader Nandrunga expect a tough match against Nandi this weekend. These stories and more coming up.
Gold FM is #1 here in Sigatoka.
Gold FM is our favorite radio station here in Lautoka.
Gold FM is #1 in Nel.
I love listening to Gold FM in Ba.
We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits here in Suva.
Hear about Coca-Cola, you immediately think of gold. I'm Josephine Sabi and I love hearing Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome back to FBC Sports. Fiji Rugby's under-18 7-side is a top contender for the gold medal at the Youth Olympic Games in China. The challenge for the junior ruggers is building up a solid combination for the World Tournament in August. Chale Ndadakadaka has more.
17 players from the secondary school's rugby competition are in the running for a spot in the national under-18 side to the Youth Olympic Games. Officials want to select the best squad possible for a chance at a first ever Olympic gold medal.
The aim going into the Youth Olympic Games is to go and win. I know it will be a big occasion for most of these young kids. Most of them will probably be traveling for the first time out of Fiji. And it's a great opportunity for them to be playing against players from other nations.
The Ben Ryan coach side will go up against Japan, France, Argentina, Kenya and USA for the gold medal. An eye-opening experience could be just what the players need for their development.
It gives Ben Ryan a forecast in what he's got in store for his sevens team. We've got Rio in 2 years' time and also after that. And it's a great opportunity for these young kids to showcase what they have and probably later on, a couple of years' time, push for a spot in the Vodafone 7 squad.
The Youth Olympic Games will be held in Nanjing, China in August. Chalendo Dakatak, FBC Sports.
Skipper Cup leader Nandrunga is heading into this weekend's match against Nandi with caution. The Stallions have outlined National Sevens rep Semi Kunatani, who features for the Jet Setters, as the player to be wary of. Here's Chalendo Dakadaka again with this report.
Cut back into the centre, Naitasu still with ball.
Nandrunga is the informed team in the Skipper Cup competition, as they have yet to lose a match in 7 games. But the Stallions believe they will encounter their strongest test this season against third-ranked Nandi.
We're expecting a very, very tough encounter this Saturday, considering the fact that Nandrunga, playing Nandi in our pre-season matches, lost in both matches against Nandi in our pre-season. So this, it reveals the strength and the depth that Nandi has and coming into this game.
Matawalu believes the Jet Setters have been an even dangerous outfit since including National Sevens rep Semi Kunatani within their ranks.
Having him in the wings and also in the forwards, we are all aware of his capabilities, the depth that he has, and he can perform from whatever position he's given, and that can be a threat also to us and something that we need to watch out for.
The match between Nandrunga and Nandi is shaping up to be the feature match of this round, and fans will get their money's worth when the dust settles at Lawanga Park on Saturday. Chalendo Dakadak, FBC Sports.
The Suva-based Harlequins Rugby Club aims to make the top 10 of the Escort Shield this year. The Saleh Sorovaki coach side has recorded 4 wins in 8 matches in 2014. Club officials hope to use the club as a gateway for its players to earn a living from the game they love.
Coming out into the job market, and we see rugby as one of the areas where they can achieve success. So through the field of rugby, we know that we can get them overseas contracts, we can nurture them, upskill, improve the skills level in rugby. And those skills levels we try and transfer into their daily lives every day.
The club was given a boost today by way of new jerseys from sponsors Pacific Agencies Fiji Limited.
It's very difficult to do without resource, but with a game like rugby and the support of people like us and the wider community, you can change lives. And again, what attracted us to the Harlequins was the way that the club has centred community development on the game of rugby. And we're giving these players fantastic personal growth opportunities.
The Harlequins is one of 14 clubs competing at the Suva Rugby Union Premier Grade. 5 members of the Fiji Under-20 football side have been suspended for 3 years from all levels of football for disciplinary reasons. There was Yosefo Verevo, Bado Avnil Kumar and Waisea Yavala, and Lautokos Samuel Angoro and Kelvin Naidu. The 5 were also slapped with a $5,000 fine each for breaking camp during the preparations for the OFC Under-20 World Cup qualifiers. The ruling was made by Fiji Football Association in a board meeting over the weekend. That was your sports for today. It's back to Jackie now with business.
Nadi-based company Pacific Bedbank has been appointed as the only TripAdvisor certified Trip Connect partner in the country. The partnership creates an opportunity for resorts to have their own booking engine listed on their TripAdvisor page, along with that of online travel agents. Pacific Bedbank aggregates almost all of the South Pacific's rooms availability and rates directly online in 9 Pacific Island countries. TripAdvisor is a travel website providing directory information and reviews of travel-related content. And we join Trish now with the latest weather update.
Yes, Jackie. Well, the weather word for today is drizzle, because last night the winds changed from east to south, bringing cool, wet conditions. Suva, Nadi, Lautoka all had cloudy skies with drizzle all throughout the day. Basa, Busau and Lambasa had a mixed bag of weather, fine with the cloudy skies in the morning and scattered showers in the afternoon. Temperatures for today, the further you go north, the warmer it gets. And as Suva reached a cool 24, Nadi got up to 26, Lautoka, Mba and Savo all reached 28, and Lambasa was the hot spot at 32. Cool again tonight, Tavua, Singatoka, Nadi, Lautoka and Mba will drop down around 17. Tomorrow's forecast for Suva, Savo and Lambasa is cloudy skies with a chance of occasional showers in the morning. Nadi, Lautoka and Mba will have fine weather except for cloudiness early in the day. For Mariners, southeast winds 50 to 20 knots and moderate seas. Image of the day is from far north of the island Nangele Levu. Beautiful setting. Pictures sent in by Leone Vangarasau.
Thanks so much for that, Trish. Just a quick recap of our main stories tonight. Floating health services for villagers in Laos. Chicken broiler sheds under the spotlight again for foul smell. And People's Democratic Party owns up to mistake. Now onto the poll question. We're asking, should there be more policing of nightclubs? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. And before we leave, here are a few pictures of some of the accidents that occurred around Suva and along the Queen's Highway today due to the rainy and wet conditions. If you are driving tonight, please be careful on the roads and drive safely wherever you are so that you reach home safely. That's all from us tonight. Join us again at the same time tomorrow. Until then, good evening.